All right. So before we talk about this, let me explain very carefully. She is talking about an AR-15, a 7 to 8 pound 5.56 AR-15. Listen to this bullcrap right here. I've seen movies, folks. Hashtag I seen movies.
My bill that I've introduced dealing with the caliber weapon, I've held an AR-15 in my hand. I wish I had it. It is as heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving. And the bullet that is utilized, a 50 caliber, these kinds of bullets, need to be licensed and do not need to be on the street. My bill that I've...
Okay. So she's talking about a rifle that she's apparently held that she thinks is an AR-15. I don't believe this is an AR-15. Now, I will concede this right now. There are specialty built AR-15s that fire a 50 caliber Beowulf, and there is a specialty built type of AR-15 that has to be converted into a bolt action that will fire a 50 BMG. I will concede that, all right? I'm going to be honest with everybody right now and let everyone know there is a 50 cal AR out there. But this woman is talking about outlawing your basic run-of-the-mill AR-15 that's on the frickin' shelf, which is a 5.56, 7 to 8 pound rifle. If we were to go and say that her moving box analogy that she's using right here is the appropriate weight, let's say they weigh about 3 pounds apiece. You're talking about a 30-pound rifle. It's like your kid weighs slightly more than that. You're not going to be going to war lugging something like your kid unless it's a specialty weapon that you absolutely need. The military is big on that, making everything as light as possible so they can carry more equipment. The stupid part about all this is she honestly believes, in my opinion, that or she's being very, very dishonest. She believes that she has actually picked up an AR-15. I don't think she has. Here's what I think happened. I think that this Democrat walked into a gun store and looked around the room and saw, and they probably had a Barrett 50 caliber semi-automatic rifle up there, and she probably asked him, I want to see your semi-automatic rifles. And she saw this really, really big rifle up there, and out of sheer fear, she flat out up and decided, oh my God, that must be an AR-15. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the big bullet on this. This has to be an AR-15. It probably wasn't. You probably picked up an actual Barrett 50 caliber, which is a semi-automatic rifle, mind you, but ain't no reason to outlaw it. They're wildly expensive. But yeah, I mean, this woman clearly has no clue what she's saying. She's either never picked up an AR-15 before and just seen movies, or she went to an actual gun store and picked up a Barrett, in my opinion, and thought it was an AR-15. I'm going to be honest. I'm being honest right now. There are AR-15s that are 50 caliber chambered, but there's a big difference in terms of weight and functionality of these types of guns. The only one that would be even close to similar to a Barrett in terms of firing a 50 caliber round semi-automatically would be the Beowulf, which fires a slug that's slightly smaller than a 12 gauge shotgun slug. It just probably packs a little more velocity behind it. The other AR-15, which is an AR-50, would require you to convert your upper receiver into a bolt action system. In other words, pull the buffer tube and buffer spring, or not the buffer tube, pull the buffer and the buffer spring completely out of the gun so that you don't have a spring fighting you every time that you operate the bolt action. You also would have to hamper the gas block system, the gas tube system and everything, or gas block, gas piston, whichever one. Hey, you do this by fouling the gas block completely up. But again, this is a single shot rifle. In other words, you grab the bolt, rotate it upward, pull back, either manually insert another round or allow the magazine to push another round in. Then you have to physically push the round by holding the bolt and pushing it forward. You have to physically, manually push that bolt forward, sear off a 50 caliber round or a single cartridge off of there, shove that into battery, and lower that bolt, rotate the bolt back down, and then place your hand back onto the trigger, onto the pistol grip and the trigger system so that you can fire a second round. It's not a pull the trigger as many times. Once you pull the trigger, until you manually operate that bolt and go through those actions like I just explained, rotate it up, pull it back, push it forward, rotate it back down. Until you do that, you are not going to fire another round, no matter how hard you pull that trigger, no matter how many times you hit it. So no, I don't think this woman actually saw an AR-15, that or she's seen movies and she's just pulling movie knowledge. She's one of those Democrats that saw that 3-part firearms series on Guns in America called the First Blood series. If y'all have seen that documentary, Sylvester Stallone starred in it. It's a really good documentary if y'all need to watch it. Democrats view it as a documentary. I'm just messing with y'all. It's just a movie. And I say this all the time. This is why every so often when I see Stall Out or Beta or Cuck Schumer and all of them sit there and talk about ARs or guns or something and they say something stupid, I put up there, I seen movies. Because that's what it comes down to. It's like in the movie Tremors 3 where Bert hands the guy off a pistol and he says, you do know which end the bullets come out. And this dumb kid looks at him and goes, well, I seen movies. That's what you're dealing with right here. You're dealing with a bunch of idiots who have seen movies. They don't know what they're talking about. I am Raider, folks. I know my shit. If I don't know it, I won't talk about it. Stay safe. And I'll see y'all in the next video.